Hey, how's it going? I'm Scott. Thought I'd take this time to kind of show you around my shop and give you a little introduction to myself. I've been on YouTube for several years. My other channel is primarily for another hobby that I have is pipe smoking. But thought I'd bring you out here and just kind of show you around the shop a little bit. Now, don't get jealous. I have 3 floors to my workshop. Not everybody can have the luxury of that much room. I understand. So let me show you real quick my work area. Okay, so we're currently storing some stuff for a family member, so my workshop area has reduced to 3 floors. This is my cart. The first floor has my lathe on it. The second floor is storage on one side, and I have a Rockwell Blade Runner X2 saw. And then the bottom floor is more storage. The benefit of this is it's mobile, so I can spin this around and work on this side, or put it out of the way and set up a little portable table or whatever to use my saw. Okay, so a little about me. I've always been a kind of interested about woodworking. I did a little bit when I was much younger, and so I have been watching people on YouTube. Been watching you guys turn wood and do some woodworking, woodcraft, stuff like that for quite a while. And finally, I just said, I'm going to try it. I'm going to get my jump in and get my feet wet and see what it's all about. And I'll tell you, I've turned a couple of pins. I've made a couple of I guess adapters or jigs or little pieces that out of necessity. I tried them. Well, for example, let me show you one thing here I'm working on. This is the rod out of my pin mandrel, and I had an incident the other evening and bent my pin mandrel. So I tried to lay it out flat on the bed of my lathe the best I could and beat the tar out of it with a hammer. I got it pretty close, but there's still, you still see a little wobble into it. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just buy a new pin mandrel. So there's a local store here, Woodcraft. It's the only one I have in the area. And I went in there and I just kind of was browsing around. And I found, well, let me take it apart here. There we go. They had a shaft for pin mandrel. I thought, well, great. It was fairly reasonable. $4, I think. So I thought, all right, I'm going to pick that up. And so I picked it up, got it home. It fits in this end perfectly fine. The spacer bushings fit onto it just like they're supposed to. Everything's hunky-dory until I go to put this nut on it. And it does not thread exactly. It doesn't thread. So what am I going to do? I could take it back, but then I wouldn't be able to turn pins until I get another one ordered, and all that stuff. So I was playing around with a chunk of pine the other day and working on a little segment. It didn't line up. You can tell it didn't line up right. So I thought, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn this down to fit inside my Jacobs chuck, and then I can slide this on and use this as a mandrel saver, and I use that temporarily until I can get and buy me a real mandrel saver. So I do things, I try to improvise a little bit, do things out of necessity, come up with different little ideas like that. I'm looking forward to really getting into more of the woodworking, doing some more turning, building my talent as I go. Looking forward to working with everybody and meeting everybody, making some new friends, and having a good time. So that's me in a nutshell, or in a small shell, I guess you could say. So yeah, if you want to stick around for the ride and watch some videos of me playing with some wood, turning some, who knows, pins, definitely pins, but Christmas coming up, maybe some Christmas ornaments, maybe some bowls. I don't know if I want to get into bowls, but you never know. If you want to stick around and watch some of that stuff, go ahead and subscribe. If you're from my other channel, welcome. As I said, I do have another channel. I am part of the YouTube pipe smoking community. So if you're interested in that, you can go check out my other channel, learn more information about that hobby. So you all take care, God bless, and come on back.